Good day everyone. Now we're going to talk about how to solve trigonometric equations with with general solutions and using interval of 0 to 2 pi. Now we're going to solve a cosine equation. Now, before we solve this kind of equation, I want you to remember your topic about algebraic expressions where you're going to get the value of x for you to cancel out your expressions. Now, this problem, I want you to focus on getting what's the value of your cosine x because we're going to solve for the value of our cosine. Now, let's start. First is we're going to use the inverse property. If you remember how to use the inverse properties, you're just going to add both sides by 1 where it is the opposite of your value on your problem. So now we're going to add both sides by 1. So now we can get 2 cosine x here. And you can get 1 on the other side. Now we're going to divide both sides by 2 to cancel out the numerical coefficient here. So I'm gonna cancel out this. And now we are left with cosine x equals to 1 half. Now I want you to find 1/2 in your unit circle. Now, when we're talking about cosine meaning is the x value. So we're going to proceed on our unit circle. Now, if we can see, here's the 1/2 in the x value, and its value is pi over 3. And also here on the fourth quadrant, we also have 1/2 in our x, and its value is pi over 3. Now let's go back and draw an illustration. Now here's our drawn illustration where pi, pi over 3 and pi over 3. Now if we're just going to solve for the interval of 0 to 2 pi, our simple answer will be just pi over 3 and pi over 3 as is. But if we're going to solve for the general solutions, which we're going for our full circle to get another 1/2 of our cosine, which will make a full revolution. It will be on the, we're going to add the 2 pi here over here. So we're going to add 2 pi on our 0 of interval of 0 to 2 pi. Now we're going to add 2 pi n, which means now we're going to add pi over 3 plus multiples of 2 pi. Now, here's the symbol for multiples of 2 pi n or k. It depends on your teacher or your professor. Now, let's add also here on our second value, which is pi over 3 plus multiples of 2 pi n. Now, we have our general solutions for the cosine. And here it is. Now, for the second example is 6 sine square root of x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we're going now in the sine value. So let's just do what we did on our last example, the inverse property, which will add plus 3 on the other side or on the both sides. Now this will cancel out each of them, and now we're going to have 6 sine square root of x is equals to 3. Now we're going to cancel out or divide both sides by 6, and it will cancel out the 6, and 3 over 6 will be reduced to 1/2. Now we're going to square the function. So sine square root of x is equal to 1/2. Now square them. So And the rules of squaring something or the numbers, we're going to consider whether it is positive or negative. So we're going to put the positive and negative sign. Now, let's square it. So square root of sine squared x is sine x, and square root of 1/2 is positive negative 1 over square root of 2. Now we're going to rationalize it by dividing the numerator and denominator to, by multiplying the denominator and numerator to square root of 2 and square root of 2. Now, 1 multiplied by square root of 2 is square root of 2, and square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2 is square root of 4, which is just 2. So now we have the value of sine x is equals to positive negative square root of 2 over 2. Now, if we're talking about sine, sine is the value of y coordinate. Now, we're going to look at our table or the circle. Let's just find where we can find sine square root of 2 over 2. So we can find it here on pi over 4, on the 3 pi over 4, on 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. Just like we said, it's either positive or negative. Now, here are the list of our intervals of the 0 to 2 pi. Now, we're going to make a graph again. Here's the table. Here's the illustration again. Here's the circle. Now, if you can observe, they have the interval of 90 degrees each. As you can observe, 90, 90, 90, 90, and 90. They have the intervals of 90. So for us to get the general solution, we just need to add 90 degree on each intervals that we have. So 90 degree is equal to pi over 2. So we're just going to add x is equals to pi over 4 plus multiples of pi over 2n. Now, here is our general solution for this problem. You can just add plus, you can just add the pi over 2n to every intervals that we have here. And that is all for the sine equation that we have here. Now, for the last example, the tangent. Now, as you can see, we have tangent square of x minus tangent x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now, we have here a trinomial, as you can see here. Now, if we have a trinomial, we can recall that we have to factor out the trinomial in the algebraic expression for us to get an answer. Same here in the trigonometric function that we have here in our problem. We have to factor out it. Now, the factor of negative 2 is 1 and negative 2. Now, you have the higher here, which is the tangent negative 2. So, you will have the larger number as the negative value. So, we have here the factor out values, which is tangent x plus 1 multiplied by tangent x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we are going to use the 0 property for us to get the final answer for this. Here it is. Tangent x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we're going to use the 0 product property, which is tangent x is equals to negative 1. Just make the opposite sign for the value, which is negative 1, and tangent x minus 2 is equal to 0, which is tangent x is equal to 2. Now, as we can see here, tangent x is equal, the first tangent is equals to negative 1. If we can recall, tangent is equal to y over x. Now, let us look here in the table that we have. So, if we have y over x, let's divide here, where if you divide a number by itself, it is equal to 1. And if you divide positive and negative, it is negative. So here it is, square root of 2 over 2 divided by negative square root of 2 over 2 is equal to tangent negative 1. So its value is 3 pi over 4. Now, 3 pi over 4 is just the value for the interval of 0 to 2 pi. Now, if we're going to make it into general equation, let's just first have our table. So here again we have the 7 pi over 4, so they are in the corresponding. So here in our illustration, they are across each other. So as you can see, the circle is in half. So what is the half of a circle in its degree? It's 180 degree. So 180 degree is equal to pi n. So we're just going to add pi n in our uh, 0 to 2 pi interval, which is the 3 pi over 4. So for us to get the general equation is we're just going to add here 3 pi over 4 plus pi over n, or multiples of pi. That's what it means. So here in tangent is equal to tangent x is equals to 2. We're just going to use the calculator and solve for the inverse value of tangent 2. So you have to put your calculator in the radians mode and press the tangent inverse. So we're going to press second tangent inverse 2. So the answer is 1.11. So 1.11, we're going to find where it is in our circle. So in a circle, there is 1.5 here in the 90. So 1.11 is probably right here, past in the middle. So 1.11, so we're going to make a small reference right triangle here and its corresponding reference right triangle here. So just like the same on our first example, they are correspondent, or they are across each other. So just going to add again, and it is a 180 degree. So we're just going to add again multiples of pi n. So the general equation for this is 1.11 plus multiples of pi n, and that is our general equation for the tangent. And that is all now for the solving of trigonometric equations using general equations and interval of 0 to pi over 0 to 2 pi. And that is all. Thank you.